Hello everyone, my name is Saurabh Manohar Khode. I would like to represent the medical analysis case study. The objective of this case study to explore the relationship between the various health related factors and medical cost and charges. In this dataset, we have the data columns such as the age, sex, BMI, children, smoker, region, and the charges. The agenda of this case study such as follows: basic statistic and data understanding, general analysis, impact of a smoking on a cost dependent analysis, geographical insights, cost distribution analysis, BMI classification, advanced correlation analysis, smoking and a region interaction, and last one is the dashboard creation for the stakeholder. For first, that is the basic statistics and a data understanding. Calculate the average, median, and a standard deviation of a medical charges, BMI, and average across the entire dataset. For this, I have the one raw CSV file to analyze this the dataset. Go to the Excel. This is the raw CSV file to analyze this the dataset, having a 7 number of columns and a large number of rows in a dataset. I created some new columns, that is the category BMI from the BMI column, and the smoker status from a smoker, and a BMI beans. So I created the category BMI by using the formula that is shown here. Similarly, the smoker status, by using a if formula, I created the smoker status by using a smoker original column, created a smoker status column. The basic statistics and data understanding. For this, we have calculate the average, median, and standard deviation for the medical charges, BMI, and age column. Firstly, the medical average of the medical charges that we have calculated here by using the average formula here is equal to average, and select the charges column for the medical charges. That is, average is calculated. Then we have here the average calculated for the BMI, that is the average of BMI. Then similarly the age average for the age. Then the median is equal to use the median function and select the charges column. Then median for the BMI, that is equal to median, then select the BMI column for the BMI. Then select median for the age, that is the is equal to median formula for the age column. Similarly, we have find the standard deviation, that is the is equal to standard deviation for the medical charges column. Then standard deviation for the BMI is equal to standard deviation BMI. Then similarly, we have find the standard deviation for the age, is equal to standard deviation for the age by using a standard deviation formula. Second, that is gender analysis, compares the average medical charges and BMI between the male and female beneficiaries, which gender has the highest average cost and BMI. From this the table, I created a table to show this. The medical male has the higher average of BMI, that is 30.94, and average medical charges 13,956.75 rupees, compared to the females. Female has a lower health risk indicator and reduce the cost of burden. We get these insights from the pivot table. Created a pivot table for the gender analysis. For this, creating a pivot table for this, click here on a dataset. From home section to the tab to the go to the insert, then select the pivot table, then create a pivot table and form this pivot table, that is for the gender analysis. Row contains the sex column, and values contains the sum of charges and sum of BMI, and then this sum of charges and BMI converted into the average. how it is converted, select here and go to the value field setting, sum changes to the average, select average, then OK. It converted to the average of charges and average of BMI. Impact of smoking on a cost. Analyze how smoking status influences the medical cost and calculate the average cost for the smokers versus the non-smoker. Similarly, we have created a table to show the smoker and non-smoker according to the average of a charges, medical charges. I created the table, and to visualize this table, I created the pivot chart. Go to Excel, file, then select, go to insert tab, go to pivot table, create a pivot table. To create this sheet, impact of smoking on a cost by using a pivot table. Row contains the smoker status and the values contains the average of charges. This firstly originally is sum of charges, then select value field setting, it convert to the average, select average, and OK. It is average of charges. It perfectly shows that the smoker has the higher average of charges, that is 32,050.23 rupees. And similarly, this uh, pie chart to visualize the impact of smoking on a cost. How it created? Select this pivot table that we have created already. Then go to recommended chart or the pivot chart to know which kind of chart is available for this. Select accordingly. So I created a pie chart to show this the visuals. From this, we get the insights as the smoker individual tends to incur the higher medical charges. That is, smoker incurs the higher medical charges, showing a positive correlation between the smoking status and the medical expenses. Smoker have significantly higher medical charges compared to the non-smokers. Next, that is dependent analysis. Evaluate the relationship between the number of children and dependent and the medical charges. Do beneficiaries with more dependent incur the higher medical cost? So I go to the Excel, this data set. Then for this I created the scatter plot chart. Same process we have followed. Select here, create a pivot table, recommended chart, or to select a chart, create a scatter plot chart for this. Dependent analysis, medical charges by the children. We have created the scatter plot chart. Select the children and charges column, go to insert section, select the charges, select the charges and children column. Then go to insert tab, go to pivot table and select a scatter plot chart. It gives the scatter plot chart. This is how the scatter plot look like. Children zero incur the higher medical charges as shown in a scatter plot chart. Most high cost cases are seen across. This is the insight that we get from the scatter plot chart. Most high cost cases are seen across the all categories from 0 to 3 children, but the children 0 incur the higher medical charges. Medical charges are likely influenced more by the other factors, example the smoking age, BMI, than just the dependents. Next, that is geographical insights. Determine which US region has the highest average of medical cost and a BMI. Create a pivot table chart. Summarize this the data region. So I created this the table as from the pivot table, and it shows by using a bar chart. Then go to Excel. So create a table, go to pivot chart, select a bar chart here. Bar chart shows the axis, data, labels, legend, all are selected. Then we have the geographical insights that shows by using a pivot table created a geographical insights. Rows having the region, values having the BMI column and the average of charges. Average of BMI and average of charges. By this southeast region having the average of BMI is higher and the average of charges is higher. Similarly shown in the visuals. For visuals, select this created the pivot table, then go to the recommended chart or the pivot chart and select the bar chart to show the visuals. South Southeast region has the highest average of BMI 30.36 and highest medical charges, indicate potentially the poorer the health outcomes, the higher risks of profile in the Southeast region. A strong correlation is observed between the higher BMI and increase the medical charges. Next. It is cost distribution analysis to create the histogram to visualize the distribution of a medical charges and identify the most common bracket. Most common we get from the insights the most common range from the 1001 to 2.87 to the 6682.87 contains the 354 individuals, making it the most frequent medical expenses bracket that shown here. And 350 were lowest brackets, just single digit beyond the 40,000. Majority of the policyholder incur the lower medical cost while the few faces the higher expenses. Cost distribution, that is the cost distribution analysis. Here I created the cost distribution analysis. Next, that is the BMI classification. Classify beneficiaries into the BMI categories and underweight as less than 18.5, then normal between this range, overweight between this range, and the obese 30 plus. Count how many beneficiaries fall into this category. Created the table, shows this the data. Individual category as the obese and the overweight shows the higher average charges than those with the normal BMI. For this, go to Excel. That is the BMI classification by using the weight. For this, go to the original data sets and the category BMI column is used. There we calculate by using the if formula. This created by using the pivot chart, pivot table. Next is advanced correlation analysis. Use a scatter plot chart, analyze the correlation between the BMI and the medical charges. Add a trend line to the scatter plot and across the relationship. This BMI and the medical charges. This advanced correlation analysis. Go to this data set, then use a scatter plot chart to analyze the BMI and the medical charges. Select the BMI and the charges column. Select that is the BMI and the charges column and go to the pivot table. Go to pivot chart and select the scatter plot chart. Then add a trend line to it. Select this chart, go to the data labels, axis is create, chart title, grid lines, and add a trend line to it. Advanced correlation between the BMI and the medical charges, which shows the trend line suggests the mild upward trend, indicating the higher BMI is generally associated with the higher medical charges. Data points densely packed in the BMI range between 25 It is then between 25 to 35 then, which include the overweight and obese categories, then shows the wide range of a medical cost between the 0 to 60,000. That is shows here in area. Next, it is smoking and a region interaction. Investigate the interaction effect between the smoking region medical charges. Which region has the highest cost for the smokers? I created this table, and it shows that the southeast region has the highest cost of a smoker. For this, go to Excel, this smoking and a region interaction. Select this, and in rows, smoker status is here. Created a pivot tables, rows containing a smoker status, values containing the average of a medical charges, and column containing the region that shows the northeast, northwest, southeast, southwest, and there is a total. I created the slicers for this smokers and a smoker status. Select the dataset, go to slicers and select smoker and non-smoker to create the smoker and non-smoker slicers. Southeast region has clearly shows the highest cost of smokers. Southeast region has we get the insights from the dataset. Southeast region has the highest cost of smoker charges, and smokers may vary slightly by the region, with some regional hotspots for the higher cost. High risk profile is equal to high BMI plus smoker plus older age significantly gives the higher medical charges. Last one is the create the dashboard creation for the stakeholders. This the dashboard I created for the stakeholders. Created the dashboard. Final dashboard pivot table shows the this pivot table shows the average charges according to the gender and also the smoking status. This shows according to the gender and the smoking status. Then pivot chart, that is a pie chart which visualized from the table. Smoking according this shows smoking status according to the medical charges. Medical charges by the children, BMI and medical charges. We have created the slicers for that is for the sex, that is the gender, smoker status, cat category also, that is normal, obese, overweight, underweight. For the region northeast, northwest, southeast, southwest. Thank you.